Good morning dear students, this is Muhammad Umar Haroon from American Lycetuf. I hope you will all be perfectly alright by the grace of Allah Jalla Shanu. Today our lecture is the poem Daffodils. It's lesson number 5 in the 9th book. So what is the weightage of the poem in the board examination? I will let you know in this lecture. How can we understand the poem or the summary of the poem, and how we have to write the summary of the poem in the board examination paper, and how can we make the maximum score by writing the summary in an appropriate manners in the board examination. That is very much important for us. So let's have a glance on the board. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today 7th of November 2021 and the day is Tuesday. Have a glance on the board, students. Dear students, the first point is intro of the poet. Who has been written this poem? So the answer will be the William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth is the writer of the poem. Who is the speaker of the poem right now in this lesson? So the poet himself is a speaker of the poem. The last point is personal point of view regarding this poem is what is the personal point of view of the poet in this poem. The personal point of view, if you have a glance on the book, the last stanza of the poem, as I have written over there, for often when on my couch lie in vacant or in pensive mood. This is basically the crux of the poem as well. I will let you know at the end of or side by side with these points. So William Wordsworth, the reign of the William Wordsworth is 1770 till 1850. This is the reign of William Wordsworth. On the next point is what I have written over the board, born at Cockermouth. William Wordsworth basically born at Cockermouth, Cumberland in UK on 7th April 1770. You have to write, when you will start the summary of the poem, you will write about the intro of the poet, and in intro of the poet you will write the day and the complete date of the born date of the poet. On the next point, why the poet always write about the nature. This is the very much important point, and you must enjoy. When I'll let you know, you will definitely enjoy why he always write about the nature. If you will consider 2 points, Newton and William Wordsworth, another is Newton was also sitting in the garden and find out the gravity. But whenever William Wordsworth sit in the garden, he always write about the nature. He never write about the gravity or the physics or the mathematical point of views. He always write about the nature and the beauty of nature. Why Lord has been created the beauty of the nature, the whole beauty. Why always he heard about heard the sound of chirping birds. Why he prays about the green lush grass. Why he always write about the beauty which has been created by Lord. Why he explain about the brook rush greens or lush green grass and the lakes and the rivers and the green trees and the chirping birds and the colors of the butterflies, because he lives in Cockermouth, Cumberland, which is basically the countryside, gaon. He lives in a countryside where lakes, trees, grass and fields are there. So that was the reason behind he always write about the nature. The first thing is you will definitely know about the poet, why he always write about the nature. The second thing is, which is also very much important, he was basically inspired by his elder sister who was critic writer. This is very much important point in this poem and the life history of William Wordsworth as well. Third point is famous poems of the poet. He always write about the nature or the beauty of the nature as well. So these all poems basically depends upon the nature and the beauties of the nature To the Cuckoo, The Words Is Too Much With Us, Solitary Reaper, and many others are also there, but we basically don't have ample of time to elaborate all the life of the William Wordsworth. So this is what I'm going to let you know about the summary, which is very much important, and having the weightage, complete weightage in your lesson. This is basically lesson number 5 in the 9th class. And in board point of view, just have a glance on the board. This question will come about, this question will carry 5 marks. This question will carry 5 marks in board examination, and you have to write only summary of the poem. Right. This is basically the intro of the poet and the poem as well. Now, statistical analysis. The first thing, in the first stage, I will let you know the statistical analysis of the poem. What has been written in this poem and how this poem has been composed by William Wordsworth. Wordsworth grammatically used the grammars, parts of speech and the figures of speech as well. In the grammatical point of view, different parts of speech has been used in this grammar by composing us, and after that figures of speech also there. If you have a glance on the book, the first line is, I wandered lonely as a cloud. How can I say that I am a cloud? Am I a cloud? No, obviously not. I'm not a cloud, but I am saying that I wandered lonely as a cloud over the vales, over the hills. And in the second stanza, or the first stanza, last line is the metaphorical phrase. So these all basically composed of the different figures of speech and the parts of speech as well. Now, I will let you know, because basically we have to write the summary of the poem. So I will let you know about how to write the summary in the paper. Intro of the summary. How can you start? The startup of the summary. The startup of summary, this poem has been written by famous poet William Wordsworth, and in bracket you will write the date of the reign, 1770 till 1850. He was born at Cookermouth, Cumberland on 7th April 1770. Wordsworth known as nature poet, as he was the ardent lover of nature. These are the lines. These are basically intro of the line. You can start from this intro, and the next 3 to 4 lines are also there. You can use these lines. This poem is a thought provoking and lesson oriented. Daffodils is really a masterpiece of English literature. This is basically the intro of the poem, and rest of the part you can take from the ALS notes that are basically the best notes of the whole town. So you can use the ALS notes and you can learn the summary from the ALS notes as well. So dear students, if you will have any kind of question regarding this poem and or the understanding of the poem, we'll very much there for your assistance. You can send your messages. Thank you so very much.